Hey, it's MK, and I am back with Scraptember and 30 Days of Sketches. This is the sketch that we will be playing with today, and the prompt today is paper tearing. So I want to incorporate these simple stories, color vibes, alphas, as well as this photo play Dragon Dreams sticker sheet. And I've already taken a few elements off of the sticker sheet, as well as created my title here on this wax paper. So it is going to be a very monochromatic layout for sure. I also have this really cool burlap in kind of a teal, or yeah, I think it would be a teal. And then I have my leftover paper pumpkin little banners and labels and things like that. Those paper pumpkin kits come with way more product than you need to actually do the project, and they're really fun kids projects too. So if you really aren't into it, or you don't think you can use it on your scrapbook, they're just fun for kids too. I also have a few pieces of leftover paper from yesterday's project, as well as some cardstock. And then the Salt and Sunsets gemstones from Rosie's studio. Have those as well. And then here is my fun photo of my son becoming a Viking. That's fun. And then this 49 and market paper. I absolutely love it. I especially love the border down there where it looks like it's stitched in the center. So it's by 49 and market. The paper is called The Collector, and then it's from the Vintage Artistry collection. Yes, that's a mouthful. So today I plan on doing an 8.5 by 11 page. Now, when I come to the end of an album, like I'm completing an album in, in one of my years, because all of my albums are by the year, the last pages that I kind of seem to, leave behind are either the pocket pages or the smaller pages. And so I definitely like to get these done and over with. And in all honesty, I absolutely love the sketches that the 30 Days of Sketches offer. And they're offered, I believe, oh golly, is it March and June and October, I believe, is when we play, when we all get together and do the 30 Days of Sketches. So it's 3 times a year. And I love them, but in reality, they're too much white space for me. I have a hard time leaving a lot of white space on a layout. And so either I will oversize the elements to cover up that white space, or I will shrink it and put it in a pocket page. So that's basically how I have always done the 30 Days of Sketches, except I think my first time joining, I did all 12 by 12 layouts. I believe that was what I was doing. But back in the day, I actually did the very first time I joined the 30 Days of Sketches, what I was doing was I was, one, I had no clue what I was doing, and 2, I was finishing an album which was all just really older photos, and I almost didn't even want to do the album because of how blurry all the photos came out. And that was back in the day when you had to go get the film developed. Yeah, I'm that old. So anyways, it just kind of sort of seemed like I just was procrastinating putting the layout together, and the 30 Days of Sketches made it possible for me to finish that album and complete it. And all I had left was the pocket pages. All right, what am I doing? I don't know. I'm babbling. That's what I'm doing. So I went ahead and I got all of my elements prepared for the horizontal, no, it's not horizontal. Yeah, it is. The horizontal element that is in the sketch. And now I am getting ready to prep all of my pieces for the other elements. Instead of having my photos going all the way across, because again, I don't like tiny photos, I decided to just replace all of that journaling and all those photos with one single photo. And then I will add journaling later. There's not much to journal about this photo. It was just my son and his Viking helmet that back in the day we were huge, well, we still are, we're huge fans of the How to Train a Dragon movie and TV series and everything. And we went to a play over in Sacramento and watched How to Train Your Dragon live. And we sat so close that we could feel the fire, like the hotness, the heat of the fire. My son ended up with this Viking helmet that the horns glue, but he didn't like that, so he never turned them on. And then his sister had this ruffly, scuffy vest from way back when. I mean, she was probably 6 when she had it. Um, And so he kind of adopted it because it is kind of a unisex vest. And then, of course, his snow boots were, Viking boots. And he used to walk around like this forever. On all, he wanted to wear this for Halloween. He even took like strips of burlap and laced them up his leg to make it look like those were the laces, like in the TV show. It was amazing. It was kind of cool. And him and Cora both were really into it. Really, really into it. Gabe more on the Viking side and Cora more on the dragon side. So it was kind of cool. But anyways, there's not much to tell about this little thing except for our obsessions. We go a little overboard when it comes to our obsessions. Anyways, I decided to tear my other little piece of paper, this white one, which is the other side of the teal star paper. I did actually tear the one side just to give it a little bit of interest. I thought that, it being, straight on all 4 sides was kind of a little boring. And then I also tore the edge of my darker star paper that is over on the right. Because that's what the sketch told me to do. In all reality, instead of having a round element above my photo, I decided to have half of a tag, which kind of sort of looks like a banner. So it was a tag, but I left the hole in place. And in fact, I just put some adhesive over it so that way it never fell out and it would be adhered to my paper. But there is a small little tag hole in that tag, but I left it in there so that way it looked like one solid piece. And then I have this really cool kind of like jagged edge look that I think goes along more with Viking than, a cute little half round element does. So yeah, I was just trying to think of stuff. And then the stickers that I pulled off of the sheet from the photo play sheet was, all kind of sort of like sword saying. So I've got the shield and the sword, which the Vikings had all the time. I pulled out a fleur-de-lis, but I don't plan on adding orange to the layout, so I'm only going to use half of a fleur-de-lis. I love the little X's that were in there as well, so they actually blend really well with the stars. And then there's a cute little saying that says, "You slay me," because that was just hilarious. I thought it was funny. So I decided to add that, and then this way to fun, because we did have a lot of fun with those movies. Anywho, I was trying to get the Stampin' Up! Banner to work, and what I did was I took it kind of looked like it was going both directions, and I took it and cut it into 2 banners, so that way I could have it going on either side of my title. But then I didn't like that. I couldn't envision it enough to like, and so I decided to use the rest of my burlap ribbon that I had and put a nice little shelf down below my square. Yep. And then I also took it's almost like a stamp border punch and punched out the leftover of my cardstock. So that way I could put it down below, and it kind of represents the banner that is going on below the journaling on this sketch. So I'm not a bunting banner person. I don't mind putting like 2 or 3 up in a corner and having a small little embellishment cluster going on right there. But as far as like an entire banner going all the way across my layout, it's not something I do. I don't mind doing it every now and then, like celebratory or something like that. But I didn't really have any celebratory photos that I was in the mood to do. So this is my fix for it. I think that it looks, a-okay, and I think it blends in really well. It becomes a nice L-shaped layout. That is for sure. Yeah, and I do like the horizontal photo rather than the 4 vertical photos going across. I like that as well. The layout or the sketch kind of sort of looked like railroad tracks to me when you have the 4 photos going across and then a gap and then another vertical element. That to me kind of seems, no, horizontal is going, oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even know my directions. Horizontal goes from left to right. Vertical goes up and down. Yes. Oh, golly. I messed up this whole recording. I apologize. Anyways, I went ahead and I put down my layout. I wasn't sure, or not my layout. Yes, I put my layout down a long time ago. I put my title down and I wasn't really sure if I needed anything to back the title because it is very thin and it is kind of plain, even though it is wood grain. I just felt like it might have needed something, but then when I started putting it down, I was okay with that. So added some of my other stickers, hid that orange portion of the Viking, or no, it's not Viking, the fleur-de-lis, and then I'm going to scatter these X's throughout the little star clusters that are already in my paper. And so I kind of like that addition to the paper because it does kind of, you know, it wraps around, like you start with the word slay me and go over to the left, and then they wrap around and go down to the right bottom, and then the sword's kind of pointing towards the title. So I know I make stuff up as I go all the time, but that's kind of what I see when the layout is completed. So adding a few of these gems from Rosie's Studios, and the gems actually have these small little gold flakes inside them. And they are quite bulky, but I think that they're fine, and they matched the layout beautifully for this monochromatic layout that I had no intention of doing. But here it is. This is the way that it looks with all of my horizontal and vertical and everything got messed up layout. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Scraptember or 30 Days of Sketches or both. If you look down below this video, there's a little description box with either a arrow pointing down or the word show me. And if you click on that, you'll see everybody else that is playing along. Thank you so much, and I will see you all later. Bye!